Hello, welcome to our video number 6, and today I would like to speak about engineering licensing terminology. Specifically, we over time we adopted terms that allows us to better communicate with people about licensing, and it's sometimes it's common terminology. Sometimes it's something that we created, improved, and I would like to explain about 4-5 terms that we are currently using. And another comment is that I specifically refer to floating licenses. It might be different with other licensing method. So let's start with licenses that are currently available for people to consume inside the license pool. So these are available licenses, they're in the pool, anybody can consume them, as long I'm not allocating them specifically or assigning them specifically to a group of people or to a specific person or to site. They are available. Okay, allocated licenses are licenses we allocated to specific people. There are many different examples and many different options. So in floating licenses, allocated licenses can be licenses I reserved for a specific group. Maybe borrowed licenses, can call them also allocated licenses. In some method of licensing, you must allocate them in order to use them. This is, for example, in network named licensing, you must allocate them in order to name them, to use them. This have to be. So there are different methods. Sometimes you reserve them to a big group of users. In that case, it's allocated, but it's also like creating a private pool of licenses that a specific group can use. The second state of the license is a consume license, a license that I actually consumed it. So I took the license, this is the out action in FlexLM. I took it, now it's on my machine. Nobody else can use it. I'm currently consuming it. Consuming it doesn't say if I'm actually using it or not. So I can maybe consume it and don't use it. Just idle on my workstation and just staying there. So the next stage is active or idle. So an active license is a consumed license that I'm actually utilizing it, using it, and it's active. Okay, if take 5-minute break, going to make coffee, I'm back to my workstation, I'm using it, then it's consumed. If I don't use it for a long time, then probably it goes to another state, and this time to idle license. And as an idle license, it's consumed, but it's idle. I don't actually use it. I just keep it on my workstation, but it's idle. And the license can change state as it is consumed. It can change the state during the day. So I can consume a license, and then it might be active for 30 minutes, and then idle for the next 2 hours, and then it will be active for the next 3 hours, and so on. And for example, in OpenLM, we actually monitor this, record everything, and we can get, this can be very helpful in getting to a conclusion about the right license for the right person. How do we manage our licensing? What policy should we apply, and so on. So to summarize, today we spoke about the terminology that we in OpenLM use in order to describe the different states of a license, specifically referring to floating licenses. So I would like to thank you for joining today and wish you a good day.